Mobile Ted down to his knees. And then I said the Vikings would beat the Panthers by 10 or more. That didn't happen. Cousins will throw 0 interceptions, and Jefferson and Cook would score 1 touchdown apiece. I'm hunting for home runs. 1 goal in mind. Listeners, Sam C. said Harry Kane will have at least 2 goals for Tottenham this weekend. It was a 0-0 draw, which means Tottenham did not beat Chelsea. This is his other prediction. Jeremy said oh my God. This is this is one of the worst predictions. Jeremy, we love you. This is one of the worst predictions in Write That Down history. He said the Lions will make the playoffs and Matt Patricia will win Coach of the Year.
I feel like that should be 5 strikes right there.
Oh. And Chris said Zach Morris will announce a run for president on the reboot of Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
Honorable.
Do we take that off the board, though? Or because the reboot could have another season, right?
I think this has to be contained to just this season.
Just the 10 episodes?
It was about like there's a season coming out. Because otherwise it turns into a Larry Brown situation where are they going to keep rebooting it for 50 years until Zach Morris dies?
With the way Zach looks, they do not have 50 years to reboot this. Mark Paul does not have 50 years left on the planet.
He doesn't. Declan, you said, this is again wording here, but we're getting really close to this happening, but you said Jalen Hurts will start a game for the Eagles by December.
Crazy.
He played in a game, and now it's December, and so this is...
And you could still start in December, but I said by December, so...
Yep. You just said by the end of December.
Yeah, right.
You said Matt Nagy will be fired before Matt Patricia.
Honorable, but wrong.
You said Teddy will throw for at least 250, which he did, but you also said, and 2 touchdowns and finishes with a better passer rating than Clutch Kirk.
Nobody beats Kirk.
Not anymore. Not the late game luminary. And that brings us to the updated batting average and home run statistics. Judd Zulgad either leading or tied in both categories. 420 average, 3 home runs. Rami at 379 with 1 home run. Declan down to 325 with 1 home run. I'm sitting at 279 with 3 home runs. Listeners, 210 with 3 home runs. Manny Hill, 188 with 1 home run. John Harrison, 179 with 2 home runs.
Write this down. Write it down. You like writing things down.
Let's get to our guest predictor this week. He's rocking the professional headset, the Vikings gear. Jacob, welcome to Write That Down.
Thank you, and thanks for letting me join.
Are you here to swing for the fences, or what's your strategy? Talk us through it.
I think I have a couple of swing for the fences because one of them's a parlay, and then other ones have to do with Vikings and who's going to be on the team. And then I think I have a layup too, so I think it's a mix. I had like 5 last night, and I had to tone them down a little bit.
Oh, wow.
I had to get rid of 2.
Trim down, get that portfolio spread out. So here's what we're gonna go: Jacob, Judd, Declan, back to me, Phil, and we're gonna go around the room 3 different times, 3 predictions each. Lead us off, Jacob.
Write this down.
I'll go with the layup. I'm going to go with Kirill Kaprizov will lead the Wild in goals in their next NHL season.
And yeah, just off the record, any idea how many goals you think that could be, a range?
Well, we don't even know when the season's going to start, so can you give a good assessment? I would say if it starts when they think it will, which I don't think it will, I think he'll end up having over 35.
Ooh,
write it down. You like writing things down.
I love it.
Real good.
Judd?
I'm going to begin my Write That Down predictions today by absolutely swinging for the fences.
Got a healthy lead.
Guaranteed these are for 2021.
22 even.
Trying to keep that batting average title intact.
It's definitely for 2021. Nonetheless,
Ted Williams is rolling in his grave.
His frozen grave.
Well, his head's off, so his head's... Forget about it.
Okay.
Pat Fitzgerald will be the next coach of the Chicago Bears.
Wow.
The Chicago Bears will hire Northwestern coach Pat Fitzgerald as their next coach after firing.
Actually, that could still be a 2000. If it happens, it could happen in 2020, right?
Yeah, I guess.
He's gonna have plenty of time to have those conversations. Now he's got to get canned here quick.
Yeah, but I am going to, because Harbaugh has been such a disaster in Michigan, and I think Patrick's prediction was that he would get the Bears job. But I don't know that you could really sell that now because it's gone so wrong in college for Harbaugh. So I'm going to predict it will be Pat Fitzgerald, who has had a great season coaching the Northwestern Wildcats.
I love that.
Write this down.
All right, my first swing before a couple singles here. Eddie Rosario will sign with an AL Central team.
Ooh.
Is that a home run?
No.
Because I'm looking at 4.
And he's probably going to leave here. So, but you know what? He is
But because it's a rival.
I think it's a home run.
I think it's a home run.
Just think of math here. So what you're saying is It's well, I guess technically the Twins are included in that.
Yeah, if it was the Twins, it wouldn't be a home
But
run.
it's a 1 in 6 chance, which to me mathematically would make it a home run.
And we are not saying the Twins. So if he resigns with the Twins, that does not count at all, right?
Well,
No, it would.
it would count.
I said AL Central team.
I think you have to for it to be a home run. You have to say AL Central team, not the Twins.
not the Twins.
Okay.
I'm
It's
still
up to you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave
that's
it
fair.
as AL Central team.
That's
You're
fair.
gonna leave it?
Team.
Okay.
Yeah, AL
He,
Central team.
he strikes me as a prime Casey
Dagger.
Royal.
Oh, I thought the truth.
Dude, you're right. He's a
He
classic.
seems like
Casey
a
Royal.
classic in left field. In fact, because Gordon retired, right?
Yeah.
So he could actually replace Alex Gordon in left field.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
I'm gonna swing for at least a couple of fences here because I no longer have a chance really to take the batting average lead. So I want that home run title. Parlay for this Sunday. Actually, just parlay for whenever the Vikings play next. I want to be careful about phrasing here.
Careful.
Kirk Cousins will have at least 3 touchdown passes. Justin Jefferson over 100 yards receiving, and the Vikings will cover the spread against the Jaguars.
What is the spread right now? Do we know?
He's like 9, something like that.
And is the spread always like kind of changing by day to day, or is it usually pretty
No,
set?
it
Usually?
We'll go based off
Yeah, which one do you want?
whatever the ESPN.com spread says on their NFL scoreboard
Okay.
page. Whatever they say.
So Kirk for 3 touchdowns, Justin Jefferson over 100 yards, and the Vikings will cover the spread.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. All right, back over to Jacob.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Just for your knowledge, it's 9.5 as the spread for the Vikings.
Let's just go with that right now.
Love
Let's
it.
go 9.5 right now.
Social
Okay.
producer.
Yeah, Declan, why don't you go take a break?
That's
No.
okay.
So my next one, it's Vikings related. At least of the following 2 players will not be on the Vikings at the start of their next regular season game. So
Afraid.
next season.
Love how you're thinking.
I'm learning from Judd here. Those players are Anthony Barr, Riley Reif, Kyle Rudolph, and then Shemar Stephen. I think that's how you say it.
Shamar
And-
Stephen.
Shamar Stephen, and then Daniil Hunter. So at least 2
Whoa.
of those players.
Oh my God, that's a grand slam if we had such a thing.
So how many of those? You said
Oh.
2?
At least 2.
Okay.
Whoa.
At
Wow.
least 2.
Oh.
I like where this
Write
is
it down. You like writing things down.
And if Hunter's not on the roster, that means he's been traded for a high first round draft pick, gentlemen. That's my guess.
Boy, and you know, maybe I know the Jets have a lot of cap space. Maybe they want Anthony Barr back. Maybe you guys want a couple vaunted defenders. You can still draft a quarterback if you want to.
I mean,
Anyways,
you could get that 2nd or 3rd round pick. They're high picks, even if it's 4 Barr, because they're not going to get, or even their potentially 1st round pick. So
maybe they'll take Zimmer too. They need a coach. Just trade Zimmer, Daniil.
Oh, Cousins
Whatever it
has to,
takes to
well, then
get Trevor
Cousins
Lawrence.
has to be thrown in there too. You got to throw Cousins. If you're trading Zim, you got to throw in Cousins
All right, back to
so that
Judd.
they can remain a package deal.
Write that down.
Based off of what happened on Tuesday and essentially recent events with the Vikings, you can write this down. The Vikings will not take a kicker, punter, or long snapper in the upcoming NFL draft. The Vikings will not take a kicker, they will not take a punter, and they will not take a long snapper in the upcoming NFL draft.
I hope they take another long snapper in the 7th round.
Me too. Courtney Cronin will be Jack too.
Write this down.
All right, back to Declan.
Think veterans.
All right. The Vikings will win by 10 or more points against the Jaguars.
Okay.
The Vikings will win by 10 or more points against the Jaguars.
Write this down.
All right, I want this to be a home run, so I need you guys to tell me if it is.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Glennon is a terrible quarterback.
Yes.
But he is the starting quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
He's been announced officially. That's correct.
Yep. And I sense a shootout. So my prediction is, write this down.
Whoa.
Mike Glennon will throw for 300 or more yards and 2 or more touchdowns against the Vikings in a losing effort.
And you're saying that the Vikings will, in your previous prediction, cover the spread.
Yes. So what I'm telling you here is that Glennon
Is it
in a
gonna
come
be
from behind effort.
62-48?
Yeah, well, no, I'm saying the Vikings are gonna the Vikings will score like 31, and the Jags will score like 24 or something, and Glennon will throw for a bunch of yards. Fantasy football numbers.
All right, so Glennon last week threw for 235, had a rating of 96, 2 touchdowns
Wow, he slung it around last week.
against Cleveland.
Well,
So
That was-
what I'm
that
saying,
was
it's a 3-item parlay because I'm telling you,
Yeah, that's a
300
home
plus,
run. I think if
2
you
plus TDs, and a loss.
I think if you hit on 3 things, that's a home run.
Write this
Don't
down.
you,
Write it
Declan?
down. You like
Yeah.
writing things down.
You
That's
said-
a fair.
And you said 300 or more yards, right?
That's a lot of things.
2 or more touchdowns and a loss.
A lot of moving parts right there, Phil.
Back to Jacob, your final prediction.
My final prediction is also an NFL draft prediction for the Vikings. In the next NFL draft, the Vikings will make a trade in the first round, and with at least one of their first 2 picks, they will take a lineman. I'm not specifying offense or defense of linemen.
Oh,
So they're going to trade in the first round, and they will take someone in the trenches.
This is a man who has learned.
yes, he has.
He has learned. Predict on, predict off. That is impressive.
Well, Jacob, you've done an awesome job here. And since you've got this gigantic platform to say anything you want that doesn't get us fired, is there anyone in your life that you'd like to thank that got you to this point?
Well, my wife is upstairs right now watching our son, so I feel like I have to thank her. She just finished teaching for the day, and she's up there watching them while I'm down here. So
nice. Well,
Yeah.
thanks
Smart
to Mrs.
move, too.
Jacob.
You're a very
Yeah.
smart man.
Hope
Very.
you and your family have a great holiday stretch here,
Yeah.
and we'll get you on again to make some more predictions sometime.
I have something cool to show you real quick. You guys are all baseball fans, obviously. My grandma's old boyfriend used to be a scout for the Minnesota Twins. So he used to collect World Series and All-Star baseball pins.
Is he the one that found Tsuyoshi Nishioka?
No, this is way before then. This is
You
like
found a
before I
Lima.
was born. So he's not to blame for that one.
Carew, maybe.
So she made me she put this
Oh, nice.
in a plaque. So
Oh, it's very
nice.
cool.
Awesome, man.
Cool.
Those
Oh,
are
yeah.
awesome, man. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for being a friend of the show, and take care, Jacob.
Happy holidays,
Yeah.
man.
All right, that's Jacob making some great predictions there. If you want to be part of the segment, just send me a DM. I'm a little bit I'm like 2 weeks behind in responding to some, so just be patient. I'll get back to you, and we'll get you scheduled on the show at Phil Mackey on Twitter. Judd Zolgad, your final prediction.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
My final, write that down. Kenta Maeda will be the Twins opening day starter.
Okay.
Kenta Maeda. So Brios, I believe, has started 2 or 3. I think it's at least 2 consecutive.
How is Trevor
Opening
Bauer going to
days.
feel about being pushed to game 2 in the
Kenta
opening series?
Maeda, that's the problem. I don't think they're going to get Trevor Bauer. I don't think it's going to work out. I think they're going to make a pitch for him at some point. No pun intended, but I don't think they're going to get him. And Kenta Maeda will get the opening day start. Another prediction firmly rooted in the 2021 season.
Write this down.
Declan, your final prediction.
All right, final prediction. I'm just trying to catch Rami at this point. If I can catch Rami, I'll be satisfied with my write that down rookie season. I mean, if I catch Judd, that's
Oh, if you
insane.
catch me, but
I mean, I'm down 95
and you've had a
points.
solid, and you've had a
very
solid rookie
solid
season.
Actually,
Juan
this is
Pierre, Scott Pasednik like single season. Okay,
You know what, though?
Way to
This
go, Joe
is
Charbonneau.
very much like a Brian Dozier season, though, where you get off to a hot start and then the league kind of catches up to you. The scouting
Sure.
reports catch up to you in the second half and you struggle.
yeah, I'm on a little bit of a snide right now, which is why this next prediction is kind of another single. Alexander Madison will get at least 10 touches against the Jaguars. Madison for at least 10 touches against the Jaguars.
What is his, just for fun?
So essentially, you were facing Dex 3rd and 19, and you just threw the ball 6 yards. The guy that caught the ball got an additional 3 yards,
Uh-huh.
and now you're in better position to punt.
Just trying to see how many times
I can accept
I was
that.
curious if this is anywhere near home run
Way to go, Brad
territory, but
Childers.
it's not because of the status of Dalvin Cook. Now, he has 3 games this season with at least 10 rushes, and then he has another game with 6 rushes, 4 catches. So he does have four games with 10 plus touches.
Just by the
So
way, Kubiak and Zimmer are talking about Dalvin, and even Kubiak said apparently on another radio station that
Yeah, he did say this.
that he said he's been banged up and we need to kind of like lighten his workload a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if Alexander Madison gets honestly a healthy amount of touches.
Is Zim saying that though?
Kubiak was.
No, right, and I appreciate that, but I'm curious if Zimmer is as in tune with the fact that they're wearing Cook down as
Honestly,
the OC
I don't
is.
think Zimmer cares.
I don't think he cares too much, but at the same time, it's still serving his hat. Like they're still running the football. Like they're still going to give Madison the football.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
I think
gotcha.
he's okay with it. I don't know if he's on board with it.
I got you. I hear you.
Zimmer's like, you wuss. Just
Yeah.
Get out of my
Write
face.
it down. You like writing things down.
We pound the rock.
All right, final prediction of the week here. In season 2 of Saved by the Bell, this is technically a parlay because I am predicting that there will be a season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And in that season, Slater and Jesse will get married. This is a home run because I'm predicting season 2. I'm predicting a storyline, and Jesse is currently married to another man. But it's not going well.
But it became very clear, I believe, in episode 10 that there is going to be a divorce then.
Yes.
So I think that you're on the right track.
Slater and Jesse will get married in season 2 of Save with the Vikings.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right, that's a wrap on Write That Down for this week. We're going to catch up with our friend Patrick Royce. Has he figured out this? Like, he was supposed to be on a Malik Beasley Zoom.
So he's actually in the car, so it will be over the phone again.
Okay.
For today, on-air production meeting.
Oh, he's in the car?
Yeah, he called the warm line during the accountability session to say, hey, I'll be driving. I'll pull over when it's time.
Let's fire him up.
All right.